Hi, I'm Chad. This is Josh.
Hi.
We're here with another fast tip. What we're going to talk about is how we hang our planes. Believe it or not, it's one of our most common questions. People write in all the time asking, how are you hanging your planes?
The awesome coat hanger.
Coat hangers. If you get dry cleaning done, you'll have a lot of these. If not, I'm sure you can find some somewhere.
Don't use plastic hangers. It's not going to give you the same results.
No. Coat hangers are great because they hold their shape and they're cheap and or free. This is the Taylor Craft from the very second episode. We just used 2 coat hangers.
Yeah, this is actually a very original idea from David Jackson, a longtime friend of ours. And this is what he used to hang his personal tea craft that we used in the second episode as well too. I liked it so much we brought it with us and we've been using it ever since.
Right, and the nice thing is it has these nice little hooks right here so you can unhook it. So if you want to permanently attach this to your ceiling or semi-permanently, then you can just unhook that to get your plane down. Now I would not recommend this method for a foam plane because this wire will leave grooves in your
If you're going to use it on a foam plane, just get some padding like this pipe insulation or just any kind of foam that you have lying around. This is really cheap. It's like 50 cents a stick. So we like cheap things. That's always a good thing.
And while we're on the topic of wire, this is armature wire. Armature wire is nice because it's very easy to bend.
It doesn't fatigue.
Yeah, it's a little harder to find. I don't know where you're going to find it, in other places in the world like Australia and Sweden, Germany.
Well, I gotta imagine they make dolls down there, and that's what that's for.
It's armature wire for dolls. So normally you put them in stuffed dolls and it would move. So some kind of craft store, wherever you get doll parts. I don't know where you buy this.
Just make sure you don't go too heavy of an airplane because with enough stress, this thing will bend and release your plane.
Yeah, definitely. Also string.
String's good. Matter of fact, that's good for going around things like landing gears. If you have a good strong tail wheel, I like putting around tail wheels and holding it up.
Seems simple, but you can be just as creative on hanging your planes as you can building them.
Don't hang it by the outside parts of your prop like the sabacc over there.
Yeah. Don't hang it like I did it. It was hanging out there.
Don't hang it like this.
But there is a nice little trick that I do with the coat hanger. If you just make a little U channel here and then bend it this way, so it's kind of like that, you can hook it around the inside part of the prop, boom, like that.
And that's good.
Right.
Because if the motor's going to rip out, then you shouldn't be flying it anyway.
And that's just with a simple coat hanger. Also, a lot of people don't know this, but on a pair of pliers, do you see that little space right there?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you could take a coat hanger, put it in that little space, and it cuts it right off.
Wear safety glasses.
Yep. Yeah, I had mine on.
I did.
And what you don't want to do is use wire cutters.
Especially Chad's wire cutters.
Especially mine.
Yeah, that went in my review, didn't it?
Yeah, because when Josh cuts these with this, it puts a little divot in there and then you have to resharpen it.
Makes Chad mad. Really mad. And then I don't get the fly airplanes.
Or your dad or uncle or brother or friend.
So don't use Chad's wire cutters. And this is really cool. This is something that I think is well worth the time, especially for big planes like this where you need a good strong hard plane.
I don't know if you can see that, but the spar goes right through here. And what I did was I just took a little piece of wire, went down around the spar, and made a loop. And that way you could just put hooks on your ceiling and then just hook it there. And another nice thing about using the spar is very close to the center of gravity, so it'll hang fairly level.
Yes. And I fly a really big airplane at home. It's a big 50cc plane, and it's heavy. So what I do is I actually have hard points like Chad has on that plane, but then I actually run a long, heavy-duty rope through pulleys. And then I can just pulley it up, hook it onto the wall, and when I want to fly it, I pulley it down.
There you go.
Works really good.
What about this, Josh?
Big no. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a bad thing because, I've done this before, and it works really good for about 3 weeks until this rubber dry rots. And then your plane lawn darts into the ground.
That's not good.
So not good at all. And you know what? The whole purpose of getting the plane out above you, out of the way, is to protect it, not to have it crash 3 weeks later.
In your basement.
In your basement.
So that's it for now. Just popular question we wanted to answer.
Yep. And to recap, just remember, hard points on the airplane. Don't go off of tail feathers, things loose like that. Wire's good. Foam's good. String's good. Rubber bands are bad.
No.
And don't use Chad's wire cuts. He gets cranky.
I do.
And we got a lot of work to do.
Okay. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time.